Priyavatal sir, General Secretary of Central Committee, Dr. Jogen Chandra Kalita sir, Working President Bolendra Kumar Das sir, Coordinator Manideep Das sir, a very warm welcome to all of you, sir. I also welcome Principal Durham College, Dr. Jaishankar Hazarika sir, ex-Vice Principal, Durham College, and Principal of Dimension Academy, Dr. Khogesar Barkaputi sir, Principal, Science Academy, Suranjana Chakraborty ma'am, our coordinator, Robindra Hazarika, assistant coordinator, Dr. Manas Das, coordinator, IQAC, Durham College, Dr. Fatik Tamuli, technical coordinator, Dr. Manoj Kumar Hazarika, HOD of Zoology of Durham College, Abhijit Das sir, my fellow colleagues, Malavika Baido, Chittaranjan Barua, Nabanita Medhi, Julie, Momi, Sangeeta, other participants, and dear students. We, Zoological Society of Assam, Durham College Unit, taking initiative to organize a student-centric webinar, which will be very helpful to the students. We fortunate to have a very dynamic General Secretary of Zoological Society of Assam, Central Committee, Dr. Jogen Chandra Kalita, who is a alumni of our Durham College. During the COVID pandemic lockdown period, Zoological Society of Assam organized different national and international webinars. And most important part of the Zoological Society of Assam is that Zoological Society conducting online classes for different undergraduate and postgraduate students with the active participation of the different resource persons from different corners of the different countries. According to Lee Wallman, a vision without a strategy remained an illusion. We know that without strategy, nothing is successful. Here, we are going to get an part how to become strategic to click the NEET medical exam. I wish your gracious presence to successful webinar. Thanking you. Namaskar. Over to Ravindra.
Thank you, Benita ma'am. Today we have with us respected Dr. Jaishankar Hazarika sir, Principal of Durham College, Tezpur, one of the prestigious educational institution of Assam, as inaugurator of this program. So may I now request Hazarika sir to formally inaugurate this webinar with your inaugural speech. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everyone present today in the webinar, Cracking NEET. Strategy for cracking NEET. A very good morning, all of you. Respected Dr. Atul Chandra Rajkhwasa, the resource person of this webinar. The President of Zoological Society of Assam, Priyavatal Kalita, General Secretary of Zoological Society of Assam, our most beloved alumni of our college, Dr. Jogen Kalita sir, the guest of today's webinar, my respected teacher, Dr. Khogesar Barkaputi sir, the collaborating institution of today's seminar, Principal Suranjana Chakraborty madam, my esteemed colleague, Professor Manideep Raj, IQAC coordinator, Dr. Fatik, Professor Benita, Dr. Robindra, and all others present today, and my dear participating students. It is indeed a very great pleasure happiness to become associated with this, the apex body of Zoological Society of Assam, in the morning, and looking the face of my respected teachers, colleagues, and students make me very much satisfied in the morning today. I once again welcome all of you to this webinar organized jointly by the Zoological Society of Assam and IQAC Durham College. At the outset, I must congratulate the organizers for selecting a very relevant and current topic, cracking NEET, strategy for cracking NEET. So important, so much thoughtful, so that our beloved student can see a path to reach their goal in this pandemic situation of COVID-19. I therefore fully happy and convey my regards to all organizing committee members for selecting this topic for our so beloved student who are spreading nook and corner of our state. We could not see them. We could not see them. We could not talk them. But this initiative has brought them together, closer, intimate in this way. I wish we'll be having a very successful webinar today. And our Dr. Ratul Raskua sir is a very seasoned academician. I'm very so grateful to Raskua sir for coming forward to take the responsibility in orienting our students to this NEET strategy to crack. Let me just, within a second, I want to come down to the participating students. Few lines only, which is that strategy to crack NEET will be very much deliberated by our respected teacher Raskua sir and many other resource persons, our faculty members. I just share with my beloved student participating in this seminar about the other aspects of life, which is so important. I understand, I feel, as a teacher for long 3 decades. My dear student, yeah, Benita has said strategy is so important, definitely. But my dear student, before the strategy, you must be good in health and mind. My dear student, you must have a good health and a very good mind. That is important. How do you have a good mind and health? If you have a good health, then you will have a good mind. Do not neglect your health, because you are the beginners at the age of 18, 17, 18, 19 years of age. You are the budding resources of humanity. You cannot understand, you cannot realize, you cannot explore yourself right now. At this age, what is the tremendous potentiality you have in the future? What are the many other things we can receive from you, my student? This age is so important, so unexplored. Therefore, I want to tell you, my dear student, do not neglect your health. It will enrich your brain. It will enrich your mind. It will strengthen your decision making. It will make you a strong man. This is my first point. Early to rise and early to bed. That is very important, my dear student. I see the present generation go bed late, raise from the bed late. So all late makes you indisciplined in your budding time, strategically disadvantageous. Strategically disadvantageous. Because we see now the webinars are being organized early morning at 8 o'clock. So this is my first point, my dear student. Be careful maintaining your health and mind. Secondly, my dear student, you must have your aim in life. Vision, just said by. What is your aim in life is very important. How you select a vocation, how you select a subject at this stage. Why do you become? Why do you interested to crack NEET? What? That question you have to ask yourself. The answer will be, if your aim is strict, determined, pathway is visible, then you can understand that, yes, I like this path. I will go to this road to reach the destination. So my dear student, vision, aim in life is very important. Related to this is your dreaming. You have to dream. You have to dream big. Always we see, in dream always we see good things, fantasy, beautiful things we like. The things we like we see in dreams. So my dear student, you have to dream for your future in such a way that will not allow you take risks. Always make you work and work and work so that you can reach your destination goal. That is the importance. Please believe me, these things are the student life so important. Goal setting, imagination, dream. Very important. When you dream, you can relate to creativity. It relates to thinking, my student. So I think this is also very important, my dear student. So you can yourself relax. When you have a goal, you determine yourself that I am determined to reach this goal. Your 50% work is over. You are sure. Your deflections are less. You can determine and take the path to reach the goal. Another thing I also want to say is, before closing, the national eligibility, by cracking the NEET, you will be nationally eligible. You will empower the students of our country. Students, be in Delhi, Bangalore, whatever in our country, will be nationally eligible. Your competency will be equal to all of the students of our country. So it's a great desire in your mind. Why not? What is my act? Why I am wearing, which area I am poor? You must find your weaknesses. You must find your weaknesses. Break it, my dear student. All weaknesses, because there is no harm if your mind is straight. if you are positive, there is nothing can stop you. So be positive, remain positive, see that you will definitely crack it. Do hard work. No compromise. No shortcut of hard work. Come out from your comfort zones. Do not waste your time. Who will stop you? Who can stop you, my dear? This very simple 2-3 things I am just sharing with you. And I'm telling you again, your capability is still unexplored. You have vast capability and we need it. So with these few words, I wish all of you participating in this webinar is success. You must I pray God that all of you will come successfully in the coming September 13th NEET examination. With this few words, I think the webinar is inaugurated. I am extremely happy to participate in sharing my very simple body and for giving me opportunity. Wish webinar will be a very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable deliberations. Our participants got a lot of speech. Now we are heading towards the main part of the webinar. Today we invited a very renowned biologist and academician of India, academic counselor, Dr. Rajkot sir, retired professor of University Assam, and our resource person. I request Rajkot sir to deliver his speech and interact with the participants. Speech. May I request Madam, Principal of the School Science Academy, to give a brief introduction of Rajkot sir academic career. Over to Madam.
Thank you. Good morning. Respected today's resource person of the webinar on the topic strategy for practicing. Respected all my speakers, the webinar, and my dear participants. At the outset, I, Suranjana Sharma Sarvati, Principal Tezpur Science Academy, take the opportunity on behalf of Zoological Society of Assam to extend my heartiest greetings to all of you. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be a part of the webinar in the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I'm going to introduce our respected resource person, Dr. Atul Chandra Rajkot sir, who was retired as Associate Professor of Department of Zoology from Cotton College, now upgraded to Cotton University. Dr. Rajkot sir has vast experience in teaching for over 35 years at undergraduate and graduate level. Having done MSc in Zoology with specialization in entomology, he began his career in 1981 as point and note examiner at Reserve Bank of India, Guwahati, and pursued his doctoral degree at Regional Research Laboratory, Jorhat, and obtained his PhD degree from Dibrugarh University, Assam. Before joining Cotton College, where he served as faculty for more than 32 years, he was assistant professor at Deer College, Gujarat. Dr. Rajkot sir has authored 12 books published by Tax Company, Macmillan Publishers Private Limited, and Assam Group Depot, Guwahati. Two books published by Macmillan Publishers India have been prescribed as biology textbook by Manipur Higher Secondary Education Council, Manipur. He was also selected by UNICEF to translate publication on effectively using building as learning aid in elementary schools teachers' math. He has published 15 research papers in national and international journals. Research teaching Dr. Raspa sir has supervised 6 students for PhD degree. Presently, he is engaged in popularizing science education among higher secondary and degree level students and motivating undergraduate and postgraduate students for competitive examination through government and non-government organizations. He has keen interest in visiting places of academic importance and already visited China, Japan, London, Scotland, etc. Today, we are fortunate enough having an investor like Dr. Raspa sir with us as resource person, and I hope all of us will be highly benefited by his speech on that topic. With this, I conclude my speech, and now I request our respected resource person, Dr. Raspa sir, to deliver his valuable speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Rana Saturday, and good morning to everybody. Honorable Principal of the College, respected Dr. Professor Walker, respected President, Geological Society of Assam, Sri Yogo Lahore, respected Professor Yugandhar Golita, Secretary ZSA, and Professor of Guwahati University, respected members of the organizing committee, respected students, principal, Science Academy, respected Dr. Coordinator, OER program, respected parents, teachers, and my dear student friends. It is realized by us, everybody, that due to lack of proper guidance and motivation, most of the brilliant students of the state, after 10 plus 2 level, belonging to science stream, can't fulfill their desire in spite of having great will and potentials. Realizing the need of the issue, Zoological Society of Assam has taken up a student-centric program to assess help and cooperation to the needy students with great initiative of our dynamic leader, Professor Yugandhar Golita. Today's seminar is organized by the ZSA unit and IQAC, Durham College, catalyzed by great alumni of the college, alumni of Durham College, Professor Yugandhar Golita and Dr. Moni Das. I am thankful to the managing committee and especially thankful to Professor Yugandhar Golita for choosing me as a speaker to highlight the issue. Now, I would like to deliver my presentation with the help of slides, PowerPoint presentation. I have been given by the organizers only 1 hour. I have doubt whether within 1 hour I will be able to complete my discussion about. Yes. I hope everybody can look at the slide. Our broad agenda, career counseling to the students pursuing science in secondary classes. But today's topic is a part of this program, and today's webinar is about strategy for cracking NEET for examination. Now, quickly, I'd like to inform the audience and students about general objectives of our program. Number one, to create awareness among the students and parents about various all India level entrance examination for career opportunities in technical courses after 10th class level. Number two, to generate among the students the competitive skill for national level entrance examination through motivation guidance. Number three, to encourage unprivileged and economically background students towards technical education, self-reliance, and self-confidence. Number four, to create awareness about the among the students cracking national level examination, not only for the and also for other all-India entrance examination. Many students are not aware that besides medical and engineering, there are lots of avenues, there are lots of opportunities where students can set their career, make their career. And for example, our key point is to science. The students track only the meetings and also for ICAR entrance examination, and also entrance is for NDA, National Defense Academy, medical research academy, and the NDA. There are lots of opportunities used for their future career. Now I'd like to take up the objectives of today's webinar. Sensitize students about NEET and this mode of preparation to create awareness among students about the degree of competition, securing seat is and state level quota. To create awareness among the students about the strategies for achieving the goal. Board objective to make students as well as parents aware about the constraints that are the strategies. Sensitize students about important tips for school success. About the more preparation, I'm not going to take much time. National eligibility entrance test is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency for Selecting Students.
Hello. Is there any voice is not coming? Rasmus sir? Yeah, the problem just network. Oh,
Given in the table. Biology, 90 questions and 360 marks from 19 to 4. I have given here star because biology alone gives you 50% of total questions and 50% of total marks. Physics and chemistry, 45 question, 45 question. Duration of examination 3 hours, 180 minutes. That is 1 minute for one question. It's a great challenge. So, 6 in government and non-government medical colleges. I would like to present this slide because before you are preparing for battle, you should know the strength of the opponent. If you do not know past records, or if you do not collect information about the past examination, or if you do not have information total seats available in government sector, in non-government sector, also for MBBS, BDS, then this will be a futile exercise. It will not be done strategic. To make yourself competent for the examination, you have to have lots of information like how many students came here per year for NEET, 15 lakhs. And what is the number of the government college? 41,388 on 8 seats only for MBBS and 3,513 seats for BDS. See the percentage, if you convert into percentage, that out of 100 students, only 2.75% of the student will be successful. That is, the human being cannot be fraction. Say it is 3, only 3% out of 100 students will be successful. Similarly, this is for all India level. Similarly, number of seats against, this is for all India level seats. And No, all in the government colleges of India. This is now from this number of seats, a total of 7,620 seats only will be considered as all India quota seat. That means the students will remain in the top, in the merit list. Within 7,623, they will be eligible for securing a seat in all India government colleges against all India quota, including all seats in AIMS and JIPMAR. AIMS and JIPMARs are two leading medical institutions in the country. Percentage of successful student for all India quota seats 0.4%. Even not one student out of 100 is not selected. Such a tough competition. Total seats in 15 AIMS 1,205, and in 2 ZIPMAR we have 200 seats. Why I would like to highlight, as I informed, no student from the state qualifies to be included in the list of selected students for AIMS and JIPMAR. This is a very serious matter. And again, I say there is no dearth of meritorious student in the state. Thank you. Total rest private college and universities, I am not going to highlight. Now, strategies to crack NEET. This is the main part of our today's webinar. Before that, I divided into several phases. Already, what I have spoken, this is regarding phase 1, and phase 1 was about self-orientation phase. Yes, now only I am going to present before you the self-orientation phase. By spending hours after hours in study may not give you result, may not give you achieve the goal. Compete for NEET examination, you must have some self-oriented or oriented agenda, like have courage, confidence, and strong determination to crack the first attempt. That's the first requirement. Feel proud that you are one of the 14 to 15 lakhs candidates of India appearing for NEET examination. You must project yourself as a competitor at the national level. Already, Principal Sir has said that national level NEET is a national level entrance examination, that you are selected means you are selected by a national parameter. Note that scoring high percentage in SSLC or higher secondary final exam and successful in national entrance examination are two different issues. Many students, after getting 90+ percentage, 92, 95, 97% in higher secondary final exam, they become very proud and they think that they are capable of securing a seat. I do not dishonor your proud, but at the same time, my dear students, securing a seat in through NEET examination is something different. This is concept based. I request all students that after higher secondary final exam and SSLC exam, you should not be jubilant with your high score. And that is why I also like to advise many students securing rank in the state board. They remain jubilant for 1 month time, and they keep moving, taking awards and honor from different organizations. By that time, the momentum of your study has been totally lost and it does not come back again. This is the reason why large number of students, despite of having their very high percentage in SSLC and higher secondary exam, they cannot be they do not qualify in the entrance NEET type of entrance examination. Now phase 2, pre-action plan. Pre-action plan. Pre-action plan self-preparatory phase. It includes involvement in studies immediately after higher secondary SSLC examination is over. Immediately after SSLC exam is over, the students now in class 12, they have already spent 1 year. And class 12 also, 6 month time is over, few days are left out and few hours. You can count your time in terms of hours for 2021 medical entrance examination. For students pursuing class 11, have little time to prepare. Mental preparation for 2-year non-stop intensive study program. You must have a great mental preparation. Identification of various constraints diverting your objectives is again point. Has got lots of elaborations. I cannot now explain all the points. Only I can give you the headlines. Various constraints are there in each and every family, to each and every student. This you have to identify, otherwise you won't be able to achieve the goal. Minimization of wastage of days in festival and ceremonial functions. I keep on advising students that if you are willing, very much willing, and want to become something in future, then you have to minimize your involvement in lots of festival and ceremonial functions. In India, full of festivals like Puja, in Assam, Bihu, and pre-Bihu, Bihu and post-Bihu. Pre-Puja, Puja and post-Puja. This all collapse the situation and students totally remain cut off from their study, and once you lost the track, you cannot come back again to your original state of your concentration. Development of self-maturity towards goal-oriented academic excellence. I would like to say most of the students, they do not develop, they do not have that maturity, or they do not have maturity towards goal-oriented academic excellence. NEET does not consider you to be a small kid. NEET always considers you as a very responsible and very genius, and you are academically, you should be very much mature of goals. They cannot identify themselves about their lacuna. In this case, in this issue, I'd like to advise parents and tutors to develop their maturity towards goal-oriented excellence and concerted effort of student, parents, and tutor is inevitable. Students are now they are in teen age, they are not mature. Lots of care and motivation and guidance will be required. Without the guidance of parents and tutor, they cannot be self-motivated. Next point is awareness about the 2-year calendar, academic calendar. from SSLC examination to NEET examination. It is a very elaborate point. I'm not going to discuss everything. What I would like to highlight is that SSLC examination is conducted during 15 February and 18 February. And the result is out by the month of May last, by the May last. See, there's a gap of 180 days equivalent to 6 months. This is completely unutilized by the students. Neither students are aware, nor parents are aware. This 180 days is wasted. Now, class 11 class starts this year. All of you know that in August also the class is not started. Then think, starting from 18th February till September, say in September also classes are not going to be held. And see, if I consider that from August classes are held, maybe through online process, then how many days you have? Only 50 days. It is equivalent to 5 months. And annual examination will start from 15 March, and 26 days will be required for your annual examination. And next session starts in 1st May. And this way, if you think, if you divide your days, then your board examination will be over by 10th March. It is about CBSE. Then finally you will have only 26 days time. Actual days for NEET preparation will be, there is a calculation, 21 days. Because NEET examination is generally held in the first week of May. So look, so what is your time? All the days you remain busy in your academic calendar, then you do not have extra time for NEET preparation. And if it is there, only 28 days after final board examination. During the academic session, unit test, practicals, project work are also included. I'm talking about CBSE. And also I would like to inform the students that ZEE is conducted before your final board examination is over. No time for preparation. Lots of time needed for coaching classes. Without coaching classes, I'm sure none can achieve. None can, except very negligible amount of students. Without coaching, students cannot achieve the goal. And lots of wastage of valuable days in festivals and holiday programs. Then where is time for NEET preparation? These all need to be taken into consideration. Before, these are all pre-action plan strategy. Now, phase 3, self-acquaintance about NEET preparation. National level preparation. First, what is the targeted score? Your question is, what score enables a student to secure a seat in MBBS course against all India quota? Your answer is, you have to make a target of 660 out of 720 marks. And this is equivalent to 91.7%. You think in a national examination, 91.7% is possible without your proper strategy? It goes far above in the best medical colleges. 660 you have it targeted now. Now, let us see how 660 can be managed from physics, chemistry, and biology. Physics, 45 questions, total mark 180. Say 30 questions, 39 questions are answered. So 156. Very good score. Now students studying in class 12, they will realize that 39 out of 45 question is not easy in physics. It is a math. It will give you a massive score. Suppose 3 questions are wrongly answered. Don't you think out of 45 questions, 3 questions are not, 3 questions will be wrong and will be -3? Does not mean you are losing minus only 3 marks from 180. You are losing for 15 marks because 1 minus means 1 wrong answer means you are losing 1 mark. That is true. But also you are losing 4 marks allotted for the question. So per wrong question you are losing 5 marks. That is very important question, and 3 questions not answered. Now total score will be, see, 153. Not bad. It's a very high score in physics for very brilliant student. And same calculation I would like to show for chemistry. I'm not going to, rather I have given little more in chemistry. That means 2 questions only you have not answered. Better than you have done better than physics. Then you have managed 310 from physics and chemistry. Now remaining 350, from where you will manage? Then it is from biology. Biology plays here the important role. I would like to advise my dear students that biology gives you 50% plus. Biology is not that tough as compared to physics and chemistry. If you can only root out line by line 2 books only, class 11 and class 12 book, then I'm sure you will be able to score heavy score from biology, and this will be severe and will immensely help you to secure a seat. Many students think that biology is very simple subject. My dear students, nowadays present day biology is not simple. It is as tough as physics and chemistry, but physics and chemistry requires lots of revision and practice and practice and practice. In biology, that amount of involvement is not required. So why don't you make a target of securing full marks from biology? But is it possible? 90 questions will be there, 360 total marks, 88 questions must be correct. You can raise a question, why 90 you cannot? You can, but it is impossible due to so many reasons, and 88 also, it is not a simple task. Okay, anyway, 352 you have answered 88 correctly. Say 1 question wrongly answered, you have lost 5 marks. And 1 question not answered, 0. So total 351 means 352, 1 minus 51. Somehow now you are in the list of success. You have received the targeted mark. For result categories, of course, it will be different. Similar case is applicable to state level NEET preparation. For state level NEET preparation, you have to first information that only 800 seats are there in the state medical colleges of Assam, and this is minus, not there's a mistake, minus all India quota, because you have to leave 15% seat from all medical colleges of Assam for all India. So 120 seats will be cancelled, less from 800. So you are referring for 680 seats to secure to be successful within the state. And we know how many students appear, 25,000 approximately, including the repeaters. And as a whole, finally you are supposed to learn that 2.72% student experience of the competitors will be successful. Say again, only 3% student. That means out of 100 students, 3 will be qualified for securing seat in medical colleges of Assam. Again, our reservation, seat reservation will be there for different reserved categories. For general, 645 only, and rest I'm not going to discuss. So now, what should be the targeted score to secure a seat in medical colleges of Assam? For me, we have a calculation taking the highest mark and lowest mark of the merit list of 2019 result. Highest was 649 and cutoff mark was 560. Now let us make a targeted score 630. This is neither 649 nor 560. Let it be 630, then also it is 87.5%. Again, I have given breakup from physics. You must be able to score minimum 38 questions. Minimum 38 questions. Assuming that 5 questions now, out of 45 you have answered 38 correctly. Rest, suppose 5 questions are wrongly answered. So this will give you 150 minus 5 will be 147. Similarly, from chemistry, suppose you are getting 147. So total mark from physics and chemistry it will be 294. Now again, you have to make strategy in biology. 336 you have to manage from biology. It is a very big score or a state level with state level caliber. 85 questions in biology must be correct out of 90. See the extent of preparation. Out of 90 questions, 85 questions not easy. Then we have assumption of wrong answer in 3 questions and another question. Then this will give you 85 questions. You are getting 340 marks from 85 questions, then minus 3 will give you 337. Hence, total mark from PCM will be 631. You are in successful range. Successful range. Now, names are there. Northeastern Indira Gandhi Regional Institute of Health and Medical Science. They are. I would like to inform that we have few seats reservation for Assam student. 18 seats for 50 out of 50. This is located in Shillong. Awareness about the volume of the NEET is another point for your self-awareness. It is not just, you can say after SSLC that what is your aim? I will be a doctor, simple to say. But when you see the volume of NEET syllabus, then you will have a feeling that you will be you are now in a deep ocean, because NEET syllabus is very fast, impossible to handle without well-structured study plan. Total chapters will be 98. Biology, class 11, class 12, including both years, 38 chapters. And physics 30, chemistry 30, 98 chapters. And if there is a question now, so what? You will be able to manage? Yes, you will be managed, but you have to see inside of your syllabus that each chapter is very lengthy and heavy and concept-based. And class 12 student and class 11 students also, they have started already course by online system. They will say that how much lengthy and heavy concept based each chapter. this chapter requires multi-step approaches. Conceptual learning of NCERT textbook method. Consultation of its reference book. Revision and revision and revision. Practice, practice and practice with the help of reference books and mock tests. See what amount of labor you have to do. Then you have to be very confident and clear about this. Institutional and systemic constraints are parents think that they are putting their student in a very good school. And not to speak of our state government run institution and also lack of institutional initiative of the government institution for growing the children. Parents think that the institution will prepare a student for all India level examination. No, they are not supposed to be there. Lack of skill guides, mentors. If there is mentor, there is guide. What is time? We have time for your words. Non-completion of syllabus in academic calendar. It is so huge syllabus. It is not easy to discuss the details of each chapter within the academic calendar. Lack of regularization of students in government colleges, so colleges concerned, no mechanism is there to evaluate student lifetime, including the institution of the government university. Lack of attention by the parents. Now the parents are very busy in their own duties. They have very little to spare for school study. So they teach for sure success. Even as a negative marking, you must have 100% confidence about the correct answer. You do not answer on case. Do not answer on case because many students fail to secure a seat due to negative marks. How the placing the negative marking system can be understood with the help of examples. Say 2 questions are given in the question paper, getting 4 marks each. You have correctly answered 1 question and wrongly answered 1 question. So for correct question, you got 4 marks and wrong question -1. Then how much you are getting? 3. Out of that, 8. It's not 10. It's not 7 out of 8. And if you compare percentage, and you are getting 37.5% only. And if you have not attended, if you have not attended only, if they have given you 50%, see how drastically it has come down from 50% to 37.5%. Now let us consider 3 questions, 4 marks each. That will come to what? 2 questions, 8 marks. 1 question is wrongly answered. 8 minus 1, 7. Our percentage was 58.4% only you are getting. And if you have not attended on this, you have 67%. Look how drastically you are losing marks in negative response. Okay, similarly for 8% you calculate out of 8 questions, if you do this only 1 question, the percentage will be 7.5%. Whereas the percentage for all the other was 93 point something. There are many students who do not answer even a single question in the examination. They will be getting 0. After will be able lots of students immediately and lots of other students who actually students can understand very clearly. If needed, if you are not clear about then interact session, you can take this situation. Then next is maintenance of the fixed and academic calendar. lots of elaborations are there. I have quickly finished. I have only 7 minutes time. Within 7 minutes time, I have to finish. Without going into such plan, taking your academic calendar into account, if you do not make it planner, month-wise, weekly-wise, if needed, daily-wise, you cannot achieve, you cannot fulfill your data. Yes, they are very limited out of practice 365 days. You have seen in the academic calendar, you have to get this, you have to go for OT classes, taking all these into account. You have few hours in a year. Not look back. So our slogan is today is Thursday. Don't keep your things pending for tomorrow. And physics is most commonly considered as the most difficult subject of all, and that is ability that you cannot do. And for to make it interesting, you have to make your study fun. Then only you will be able to secure a seat. Free of cost. Need is your basic. Don't guess it cannot secure a seat. Most of the mistakes that an accident made that persons easy is to concept without having a clear understanding. It does not give you and does not allow you to build a strong foundation from which the entire class based on. If the basics are strong, the whole syllabus can be memorized easily. You should not create for learning. Learning is temporary. This is only for next examination. This way, if you prepare, you cannot be a successful student in all the other examinations, including engineering and other. In such case, seek help yes, from the teacher, tutor, mentor to clear the doubts. Practice makes you perfect. Along with preparing for syllabus, this must try to incorporate in the study schedule. Previous calculations, question paper, and mock test papers are the best way to this preparation. So in the question papers expand the horizon of knowledge of the type of question that can be asked. I'm going to you this strategy practice will allow you to acclimatize yourself to the exam like condition, exam based. Be familiar with the question types. I have given some questions. You can see questions are not simple. See, class 11, 12, now class able to answer this question. What is two questions, simple question, concept based question type 1. See, many easy options are there. Are also companies are given. You have to select to which is done to each. Similarly, question patterns are not going to discuss because in the time taking background based question, you have to be familiar and also with identity. And second that you have to select how is the manage are how is the manage you have to be confident about this data. How many are correct you have to select, and at the same time how many are wrong. Another, how many are wrong. That kind of questions are there. This is matching type question. I'm not going to give you time. Matching. I will be giving after six questions are simple of that you not must have lots of preparation and strategy, exhaustive revision are sustained. No revision, no memory. Without memory, without retention power, great retention power, you are supposed to present yourself as a successful candidate in this kind of examination. Building is not at one level. It requires continuous effort and great perseverance to the assignment. Great perseverance, non-stop activities, non-stop involvement from day number 1 to the date of examination. This regarding physics and chemistry, you must have formally books, formally copy. Lots of formula you have to memorize, prepare, not just memorization. You need to learn the application of all the. So, memory is also one of the most important criteria for successful result. And when examinations sort of like to conclude, many students are very clear about their test method, very confident what the examination today, because they cannot manage time. 180 questions, you have to complete 180 minutes, and from 180 minutes, you have to spare some amount of time for other works. And this is some chemistry, lots of calculation are there. 6 minutes, and you are under great pressure. If you cannot solve it, then it will be a tremendous pressure sometimes. So I'm glad to advise, don't take more than 1 hour time for 90 questions of biology. Then I give some key points I'm not going to discuss. Here already honorable principal of the say on this point, then you can take care of your health. Lots of news things are there. You have to be very careful about your health. Do regular exercise, minimum 6 to 7 hours sleep per day. Being healthy will make you more productive. Refer your Facebook and chemistry and also biology. I cannot take time. If needed, I can give you. I can post it in the steps to become successful in life. You have to involve first. And continue to get your experience confidence. And also struggle, and then only you will see success. In a summit, we call it stronger. I have given the awards to many of these alphabets, so it will even you can look at it, but also you have to be sincere. Dan presente anche vedi vision to summits energy this is relating to health, and you must have you must be doing creating modern and truthful your assignment to your parents, to your teachers. You must be honest. Okay. For parents also we have lots of this stuff is a webinar. Okay. I'm not going to discuss what many things are there. My time is over. important choice where both I would like to go. Speak my lines every day. I am the best. I can do it. God is always with me. I am a winner. This is my day. What do you need? Medicine for success, confidence, hard work is the best medicine to kill the disease of failure. Confidence and hard work. Without this, you cannot be a successful person, not only in this examination, in every walk of life. It will make you a successful person. Thank you for your participation and attention. Wish you a very successful life in the future. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation. You covered a lot of essential things and information which will be specifically helpful for our needs. Now the action session, I request Dr. Tamuli sir, Associate Professor and Coordinator of IQAC Durham College School, conduct this interaction. Over to Dr. Tamuli sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rabindra Hazarika, for giving me the opportunity to conduct this, interaction session. And thank you so much to Rajkha sir for delivering a very beautiful and thoughtful talk, which will definitely help the aspiring students who want to crack NEET. So we have some questions which I gathered from the chat box. Am I audible? Dr. Rabindra, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So, Khushi Pandey, she wants to know, are AIMS and JIPMAR merged with NEET? And
Yes,
if
yes.
so, what is the cutoff mark for top colleges like AIMS and others? Rajkha sir.
I have already informed in a slide that you must have a target of 650 out of 720, and percentage wise you must score out of 720, you must score above 93%, then only. And in ZIPMAR and AIMS, above that it will be nearing 690, 680 range out of 720. And very good information to our aspirants that from this year, NEET and ZIPMAR also merged, and through NEET only students will be selected.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I hope Khushi will be undergoing this sensor. Another student, Hamidul Hussain, he wants to know, sir, is it important to take admission in professional coaching institute to crack NEET? Can we crack NEET without coaching?
Yes. Yes. What I would like to tell you is that now it becomes a fashion. That one has to go for professional coaching center. At the same time, it is unavoidable because I have given some institutional constraints. There is no school or college in government sector that can provide scope for preparing for such type of national level examination. This is the reason why students are bound to go for professional courses. But at the same time, without the help of expert tutor, it is very difficult to crack. I do not say that there are no exceptions. There are exceptions, but very rare, because it is a very heavy course. And one should select the proper tutor, proper guide. He should be really, honestly, he should be dedicated for the student. So finally, what I am supposed to say, that yes, you can go for professional course, not bad, and you can take nowadays lots of apps are here. You can download all the apps, or directly you can interact with expert, or you will be given lots of sample papers to prepare your study course. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I have some small queries. Like that you have mentioned that state government quota is there. So
Yeah.
is it restricted to the particular state or other state also?
No. The state government quota is meant for the permanent resident student of the state. Like,
For that particular state only.
whereas particular state-wise students will be distributed after all India quota seats are allocated.
Okay.
But only requirement is must be resident of the state.
Okay. Another query from my side also. How can the students utilize time for ACES final as well as NEET exam simultaneously? As they do not, they will not get so much time as you have mentioned for CBSE students. It is almost 24 days.
Yes. I have already shown the calendar, academic calendar. No, see, coming and going for school activities and going for coaching classes, and see 24 hours time you have to sleep for 6-7 hours, and you have to have other essential activities per day. So out of 24 hours, very little time is left out for fruitful study. This is why there must be a study planner. It varies from student to student. How much time a student is to spare for physics preparation, how much time for chemistry. Every day, it must have an academic planner. I inform the students that without academic planner, without systematic preparation, one should not have a desire to achieve result in such kind of examination. So that is up to the student, or guide or tutor may help the student to prepare a calendar, a routine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Most of the students, they actually they confuse with engineering and medical. Actually, they cannot decide their aim as well. So they are asking that how can they prepare themselves for one that engineering or medical or both?
Yes, this is a very vital question. It depends upon the demand. It depends upon the demand. Like for engineering, the student must groom himself or herself as a marketable commodity. I have used commodity, but this is the real fact. Multinational company will select if the students are groomed according to their requirement. For engineering and for state government job, engineering job, that is as usual. After B from state government engineering colleges, they can go for only state government job because that kind of grooming is not there in state government engineering colleges. That is why large number of students nowadays go for private organization, because in private organization they have to survive, and their certificate will be according to the number of students selected through placement. This is one point. And regarding engineering, because I have not covered, also one webinar is required. Why engineering and medical? There are nowadays very sophisticated institution for basic science. This is called second level IITs, like ISAR, All India Institute of Science, Education and Research. Student can go for that also. And now engineering, people say that to secure a seat in state medical colleges is easier than medical entrance examination, because it is conducted in the state. And for ZW say, like me, if you want to secure the seat in good institution, you have to be in the top of the merit list. And IIT is again different. That is why I'm not going to highlight here. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
1 minute. And regarding medical entrance examination, this is completely depends upon the student and parents. Many students are there for dedicated life. One should not go for medical if he has no commitment towards society. Otherwise, the whole life will be very frustrated. Thank you.
Very well said, sir. Most of the students, again, the participants, they are asking for best reference books.
Yes, I have 3 slides. If they can take quickly snap from the slide, they can take. Or if you have mechanism, if you have a mechanism to make it available to the student, I can give you from my slide.
Okay. Then the students who are asking for the best reference book, they can directly contact to our coordinator, Dr. Robindra Hazarika. He will collect the names from.
1 minute, Dr. Tamuli.
Okay.
Regarding reference book, nowadays there is a great tendency of the student that reference book immensely help them. No, rather I would like to say, first you have to be very, very, very confident. Even that is the motto behind the examination conducting agencies, or this is the principle from the government, that students should be very much confident about their text matter, so that those who are confident about text matter, they won't have any problem. Let students listen to the successful students, toppers of NEET and ZEE. They also will tell that you have to be confident about each and every line, paragraph, chapter of your textbook. Then only you should go for reference book. And this is also my advice. Reference book is required only for solving different kinds of problems. That is essential. At the same time, I do not say that starting from beginning, students are supposed to be dependent on reference book. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. One more question from my side. Students are confused, like if they will not secure a high percentage in SS final, they will not get admission in various undergraduate courses, as they may not crack NEET. All the students cannot crack NEET. So
Yes.
What should they do? They they should try to get higher percentage in SS final, or they should focus on such kind of competitive exams?
Frankly speaking, high percentage is required in higher secondary class only for securing a seat in a college for higher education. Otherwise, for medical or engineering, there is qualifying mark. This is not even first division. Enough. Now, it depends on the student, and I would like to suggest everybody that NEET and ZEE, very risky, very risky. I have shown what percentage of student aspirants is successful. In that, considering that point into account, one should not neglect in his general percentage, and he should be very alert so that in case he fails in NEET or ZEE, he can be selected in a college for undergraduate courses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for discussing all these queries. Dr. Robindra Hazarika.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lots of questions have been asked in YouTube also, similar questions. One question in YouTube live, Masood Azhar. Sir, together higher secondary and preparing for competitive exam, this would be possible or not? Higher secondary.
I understand.
Okay, sir.
This is possible, and I would like to advise students to make it possible. Many students from beginning, parents also, they keep one thing in their mind that without complete year preparation after SSLC, after higher secondary, it is not possible to crack NEET or ZEE. But one thing, from very beginning, one who can follow all guidelines I have given today, and I have highlighted many constraints. What can divert the student from achieving goal? These also we have listed. So taking all these into account, if one is a regular, serious, dedicated student, can achieve all together. All means what? High percentage in higher secondary final exam, also score as per requirement for selection in all India level examination. Everything is possible. I do not advise anybody to take one extra year for extra preparation, because don't think that large number of repeaters are selected. Fresh students are always remain in advantageous stage. That mindset only tell that okay, this time I am not capable, next time I will do. And when next session starts, okay, 1 month is over, 2 months is over. After that, they will develop phobia, because same syllabus, they do not have friends now. They have to stay all throughout the day in their residence with their parents. The full of frustration, every moment will strike that his or her friends have gone some other courses. They have not lost year, but now I am in dilemma. I am in a great situation, and this is happening this year due to pandemic, due to COVID problem. Think they are repeaters for second year. See the situation. They are frustrated. Many of them are mentally also. They are not mentally also upset. May examinations, they were supposed to appear in May, month of May. Now this is uncertain. Even in September also, whether it will be held or not, there is a big question. And think about their mental state. Thank you.
Sir, one more question by D.P. Halol from Dorong College Tezpur. Sir, can you suggest me some important topics from which question frequently comes in entrance exam?
Oh yes, yes, this is a very frequent question. Frequent question. These examinations are framed in such a way that if I am to say about this, then don't leave even a single topic in biology. In physics and chemistry, of course, there are some topics more weightage is given. That list is there. It is available in internet also. Some professional group they prepare, but it is not that from some chapters questions are not given. All chapters are equally this year. There is no important topic. There is no concept of important topic. Question may not be there from important topic, and question 4 questions may be there from unimportant topic. So that way, no chapter selection. That should not be strategy. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think our students will be highly satisfied with your answer. Lots of questions are actually same question by lots of participants in YouTube. That is, which are the best coaching institutions in Assam and neighboring states? There are
Very difficult to say on my part. It is very difficult. There is restriction. There is restriction. Lot many banners. That lot many advertisement will be there. I am dealing with so many students who are at the same time doing coaching classes in renowned coaching centers. And when I come in contact with them, I find really I am surprised to say that they are not even confident about minimum but basic of the chapters. And this is a very debatable matter. And I am restricted in this matter because if I say something, this may hurt even many leading institutions, private institutions, not to speak of whole Assam in Guwahati. Many institutions there, yeah. I do not know how they prepare. Basics are also not given to the student. Thank you.
over to Pratik Kamli, sir. Sir, question has been asked now actually in the chat box.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Dr. Ravindra. One important question from our beloved sir, Professor Jugen Kolita sir. Why our students from Assam are not being able to get seat in national quota?
Yes. Always we have a feeling in Assam, there is a very negative tendency. It is very difficult to nurture a student to the extent of all India level examination because our students are a part of our society. Our society does not have very high ambition. And students are our juniors only. They are our family members. The environment is not there. And this is the reason why I would like to suggest to organize this kind of program so that they can break their phobia. Always students have, even many students are there on rural places, they do not like to fill up the forms also. Under pressure, they go for filling the application and without any preparation. They have always feeling negative that no, I won't be. We shall not be capable of appearing this kind of exams. They come and go without any preparation. But if we can create atmosphere like this kind of webinar, if we can sensitize the people, students, parents, and the whole society, then I am sure that one day, same thing happens in other examination also. How many students are successful in IS, IPS? Same matter, because that environment is there. there is a very big culture in our society. You cannot motivate them. Always students will be motivated by the group. You have to keep your words, or you have to keep yourself away. You have to maintain your distinction from the general mass. Then only you will be successful. Thank you. With reference to this point, I have given one point. Students have to develop academic maturity. I say that national level competitive examination do not consider you to be a small kid. Really, I am speaking, getting selection through NEET, really it is a very tough. It is a very, it's a matter of proud. You can see the selected students, successful students, they have different from the others. They have great maturity, and that maturity is a part of personality development. Another program, personality, how to develop personality at school level is very, very, very important. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Some other common questions are there, but I think those questions have been elaborately discussed during your lecture.
Yeah.
So I don't want to take those questions. I think with this, I sum up this introduction session. Thank you very much again. Over to you, Dr. Ravinder.
Thank you, Dr. Raskot sir, and thank you, Tamuli sir. It's really a communicating session. I hope our participants are now fully satisfied as their maximum questions are answered. So I request all the participants not to leave the meeting room, as the feedback form link will be provided in the chat box of our meeting room as well as comments box of YouTube towards the end of this session. And certificates will be provided to those participants who submit the feedback form online.
Okay. I would like to listen to words from our dynamic secretary, Political Society of Assam, Professor Vincent Polita, as well as our very dynamic OER Secretary of ZSA, Dr. Monidi Pras. A few words encouraging to be encouraging to students, not to me.
Sir, actually, now there is a speech of our online educational research coordinator of ZSA, Honorable Professor Munir Gaskar.
Oh.
Yes, sir, our agenda. May I now request our Munir Gaskar to deliver his speech covering the best practices of ZSA during COVID-19 pandemic, aiming at students. Over to Munir Gaskar.
Thank you, Professor Zarika. Respected members of ZSA, dear students, and respected resource person, Professor Atul Professor. Sir, I attended your last meet also because they are in Guwahati, but somehow I found that this meet was much more interactive, and this meet was at a much higher level than the last one that was there. Thank you for your deliberation, sir. At this moment, I'd like to take the initiative and the privilege to bring forward to you a very short introduction as to who we are, what we are, and what we are doing. Just a minute. Is it visible? Ravinder, is the slide visible?
No.
Not visible. Not visible.
You try once again. Slide is not coming. You try again.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, coming.
Yeah, it is.
Coming. Not visible.
Not yet, sir. Screens are not. Please try again.
Yes, it's coming, it's coming. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir. It's coming now. So unmute yourself, sir. Yes, sir. Unmute yourself.
Manisha sir, your mic is mute. Kindly unmute. Okay, thank you.
Extremely sorry. So, Zoological Society of Assam was established in the year 1983, and we are 37 years old now. The basic objectives of the society are to promote and advance the cause of zoology, to promote biological education and research in fields, to disseminate scientific knowledge by holding symposia, seminars, and discussions, to popularize biological science and benefits by holding meetings and organizing popular talks and science exhibitions, to arrange for production, publication of audiovisual and other aids, including films on biological sciences. Now we have a very dynamic executive committee with Shri Priyabrata Lokar as the president, Dr. Balendra Kumar Das as working president, Dr. Dipali Devi as vice president, and our very own, very dynamic Professor Chandra as the general secretary. I will take a moment out here to mention to you that he has been the center of gravity of the entire society. Executive committee, we have Dr. Dipali Das Deka and Dr. Chandra Deka as a joint secretary, Dr. Chittaranjan Barua as the assistant secretary, and Dr. Soibal Sengupta as the president. And we have around 26 executive committee members, and as pointed out in red, Professor Ratul Chandra Rajpura, who is the resource person of today's webinar, is also the executive member of the present society. Now we have various programs which are going on, and Dr. Pinky Gorbash is the coordinator of the website, and Dr. Chanshri Bhunya, she is the coordinator of the blog, and I am myself looking after the ZSA channel of the YouTube channel of the ZSA. At this moment, I will like to say that we have two YouTube channels. One is the basic channel, and the other is the ZSA Environment channel. And in both these channels, we have uploaded up to 150 PowerPoint videos, and we have in the main channel around 45,000 views, and in the ZSA Environment channel around 2,000 views. And we have 2,000 subscribers in the main channel and 129 subscribers in the ZSA Environment channel. Now, this we started out as an experiment, and helping us out in each and every aspect has been our General Secretary and President. And our General Secretary has been quite spearheading the entire online educational resource program, helping us in each and every aspect. And for the past 1 month, we have been having at least 2 to 3 webinars every week, and many of them were international webinars. I believe we have had around 10 international webinars to date on various topics, covering COVID-19, from mental health to biodiversity and so on. Looking at this, these channels, we started out as an experiment, and for the time being, the experiment has been very, very successful. And if all goes well, probably we will come up with a channel for higher secondary biology in the near future. At this moment, I'll also like to mention that the ZSA Environment channel is a bilingual channel. That is, we are posting videos in English as well as in Assamese. So if the ZSA higher secondary channel comes up, we will try to do the same thing out there also. Thank you so very much. Over to you, Ravindra.
Thank you, sir, for your
Very nice.
valuable information.
Very nice.
Sir, now there is an announcement and speech by our respected General Secretary of Zoological Society of Assam, Professor Jugan Kolita sir, to the participants. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Respected Principal of Dorong College, Dr. Joy Shankar Hazarika, our respected today's resource person, Professor Ratul Chandra Rajkwa, our respected President Priyabrata Lakar, President of Zoological Society of Assam, Professor Khorgeswar Borkakoti sir was my teacher, Professor Monidip Raj, Dr. Robindra Hazarika, Vinita, Suranjana, and all the dynamic group, including Dr. Pratik Tamuli, IQAC coordinator, and Dr. Manoj Hazarika, who is the man behind in the technical sector. We all are very fortunate today because as the principal very rightly started, that this session will be one of the best. Yes, it is one of the best, as Professor Monidip Raj has already mentioned. I am very happy to see when the principal started with the life skill, he was even suggesting the student that early to bed and early to rise makes men healthy, wealthy, and wise. So you see what our principal started with, that to be competent in our field of national competition, one should be healthy. That was also narrated by our resource person. As I am from Dorong College, I become emotional when I see all the places where I spent 4 years during my studies till my BSc. So here you see, we are getting a person, Professor Ratul Chandra Rajkwa. He was a professor in Cotton University now, and he worked there for more than 35 years. Wherever I go with him, maybe to NRL, towards Upper Assam, or to New Delhi, or even beyond New Delhi, Japan and China and America also, I see that many of the students are coming towards it. And when I see that all are, they want to touch the feet of Professor Rajkwa. In one meeting, that was a meeting of the doctors at downtown university, we were taking our dinner at night. Many of the doctors, very young, taking their dishes on the hands, they were being touched the feet of Ratul Chandra Rajkwa. So he is a man of such caliber who could produce doctors in many, many thousand. Even a doctor, Professor Khanna, Professor Subhash Khanna, everybody knows. In the world, he is so prominent. He was a professor. He was a professor at Guwahati Medical College. Now he has personal private hospitals. His all family members are Professor Rajkwa's students. Daughter, daughter-in-law, son, son-in-law, all are the product of Cotton College, and Ratul Rajkwa blessed them. So therefore today, a student from across the state, and especially from Dorong College, Science Academy Tezpur, and Dimension Academy, and also many organizations are attending this. I could see the list of people. Initially, it was 250. Initially, in the starting point, 250 our Google Meet. But NEET is so tough. It is one of the toughest in the world. This examination is one of the toughest examinations in the world. Therefore, 100 could not be instant to hear about it. You see the strength and weakness of our student. So therefore, I request our teachers, brains, to help our students to develop that particular strength so that they can stand, they can come forward to compete in the national examinations. We, the teachers, we can change the life of the students. As Professor Mani said, he innovated the idea of giving something to the student during this pandemic. What was his innovation? He just started with one simple idea that let us make lectures. All are audio recording TV. That took him just 2 to 3 minutes to explain to me. I could not understand what he was saying. Then we started, now you see 40,000 plus viewers to our close contact. So teachers, we can help our students. They are very young. They don't know about their life. Principal also talk about that they are not exploring 5% of their life. They have enough potential. Every one of us will know. Therefore, let us help them by doing simple analysis. That simple analysis, even our my dear student, you can write here that 4 letters S, W, O, T. What Professor Aspasar is saying, realize yourself. It means know yourself. It means know your stand. That is S. Know your weakness. When you are weak, that is your weakness. No need to tell your weakness loudly to the society. But you know, if you do not have patience, then consult with your teachers that how to develop the patience to be in a meeting of 2 hours only. It's a meeting of 2 hours, but our students they don't have the patience to be till the end. Many of the students were asking about the feedback. Sir, when are you doing? Sir, where you are giving us feedback? You see the tendency of the students. But Albert Einstein says that most important benefit of education is to develop patience in students. So we the teachers, we need to help our students to discuss about their stand, discuss about their weakness, and talk about the opportunity. What that would I say? I call him because we are very close. We are doing more than 500 this type of orientation program in the entire state of Assam and also in West Bengal. Why we are doing this? Because we know that our students are the future of the nation. As I discussed and I asked a question that why our students are not successful in the top level 15% nationality. Ratulda immediately said it is because of the society. So please let us help, let us say, talk about the challenges. What our authority are doing for the alumni association members, our Chittaranjan is doing for his journal. These are our steps. But what are the challenges? Need to talk with the student. Because our challenges are number one, challenge is that we do not have enough information. How to prepare. So that is what Durham College is doing today. So therefore, I think S strength, W weakness, O opportunities, on the thing, our challenges we need to discuss and we know যুগল নেৱাৰ অডিঅ'টো বন্ধ কৰি কথা পতা গৰম পানী হৈ থাকিব ঘৰত ইতিমধ্যে মই এটা কথাই কৈছো যে আমাৰ ষ্টুডেণ্টে তেওঁলোকে জানিব লাগে হু কেন হেল্প immediate কোনে হেল্প কৰিব পাৰে the teachers I am here at Guwahati University now from Durham College. I was created by my teachers. I should name my teacher under the leadership of Professor Puttaram sir. All my teachers helped me from a village of Tezpur, Ihonguri, Kulchakam, to be successful at King's College, London. I could do my PhD from King's College, London. Who created me? Professors of Durham College. So I salute all of you, the Durham College family, who are with us, right from the principal to the students and even the office workers. I salute all of you because you are creating wonderful students in the world. Many students, Dr. Deepak Zoid, we used to talk about him. He is advising the government of America, United States of America, how to tackle financial problems. That is the strength of Durham College. So therefore, I feel the students, those who are really interested, they will be successful because we all are with you. When Durham College is with you, don't take any other worries. My dear parents, if you are listening, my dear student brains, if you are listening to me, your strength is Durham College. Durham College is one of the best in the world. If we talk about one of the best in India, it means one of the best in the world. I am talking this from the platform of Guwahati University because I know Durham College when I was as a student, I know as a teacher, and I know as your friend. Where Professor Monidip Raj is a teacher, that should be one of the best in the world. Where Professor Ratul Chandra Rajpal is with us, that should be one of the best program in the world today. You cannot say that simply you are attending this for a certificate. Don't think about that. It is one of the best programs in the world. My professor, my PhD supervisor from London, he said, and he emailed to Monidip Raj. Monidip Raj knows. He appreciated Monidip Raj, saying that your innovation is one of the unique in the world. Monidip, perhaps you saw your that email. My professor, King's College London, 72 years. He is a product of Oxford University. He appreciated Monidip with email message of one line, saying that Monidip, your that innovation, creating open educational resources for students during pandemic is one of the unique in the world. You see, my dear students, young friends, you always stick to your teachers. Do not go away from your teachers. And also, lastly, I want to remember you. Always get away from the negative people. You have many friends who are very negative. You have many people in the village, many negative. In the town, many negative. And in your around, there will be many negative people. What Einstein said, keep away from the negative people. They have a problem for every solution. So therefore, be positive all the time and plan what Ratul Rajpal has suggested. Even lastly, I remember when I had been to Moligo refinery for one meeting, many of the engineers at their marketplace, Moligo, came and embraced Ratul Raj saying, "Sir, you created us. We are engineers because of you. Because you taught us in Durham College how to be a good person." So very important, how to be a good person. Many of the students nowadays, I find, they are not respectful. But my dear student friend, respect is everything. Respect others, respect yourself, respect other religion, world will be beautiful. Respect others' view, you will be comfortable. Respect other culture. You see, Assam is one of the beautiful states in the world because we are mini India. Unity amongst diversity. In this northeast region, we have 300 dialects and languages, 200 different communities, but we live peacefully. So that is the uniqueness of this part of India. We are proud of being from this region of India. We wish you good luck from Guwahati University and from the platform of Zoological Society of Assam. I salute all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable points. Our respected President of ZSA, Priyobroto Lokor sir with us. I request Lokor sir to address the audience of Lokor sir.
Hello. শুনিছেনে? মোৰ
Yes,
মাতটো
sir.
শুনিছেনে?
Yes, Mr. Sir.
Okay.
Finish, sir.
Okay. Respected Principal, Dr. Jaishankar Hazarika, and ZSA Unit President, Dr. Vidita Das, Principal Dimension College, Professor Borkakoti, IQSA Coordinator Patik Tamuli, Ravindra Hazarika, Coordinator of the webinar, Suranjana Sarma Chakraborty, Principal Test Academy, Monideep Raj, our great engine for the Jewelry Society of Assam to go up, and our dynamic General Secretary Jugal Chandrakoti. And very important person of today's webinar, Dr. Atul Ras. If someone asks me who is the most motivated person in Assam, I must say that Dr. Atul Ras was number one. Dr. Ras can motivate the students, not only the students as well as the parents of the students, to make the students a good citizen of our state, of our country. Not to make a doctor, not to make a engineer, though he intend to make a student to be a doctor, to be an engineer, or to be a other responsible citizen. So I must thank and I must offer gratitude to Dr. Rajpa. I'm listening to him very patiently since beginning, and I found that really if we can follow his talk, if we can follow his words, definitely our student will be able to crack the NEET or the JEE. There I have seen a lot of questions are arising from many participants. These questions actually, if the student is not a positive one, the first thing is he or she must be a positively thinking person. And that, as Ratul said, this is because of our society is so nagging and so lagging behind. No, I'm environment, it is what time. There is a negative, that negative thinking should be give away from the mind of our parents as well as from our student community. So once we can bring out, or we can develop our self-confidence, mindset, or our wealth as well as our mind, and the society will be a good one. And as rightly pointed out by our General Secretary, that there are in and around negative thinking and negative thoughts in and around of each and every individual. So this should be discarded. How that is to be decided. Now, Mr. Raspa has really rightfully stated all these things, and our participants will be benefited much. And now, as in the beginning it was 250, and now it is 180 or below 180, so somebody has already left because they have thought that it will not be a good one for me. It is a very difficult to crack. No, I don't think. If we can wish, yes, I will win. I can do it. And today is the day I should start, not tomorrow, or not this October. No, we should do it right now. So with these words, I congratulate all the organizers of this very useful and beneficial topic. And I wish that there is a Dharamkala will go ahead for making much more beneficial. Thank you very much. Once again, I thank all of you. Thank you very much. And namaskar.
Thank you, sir. And now we are heading towards the end of this session. That is vote of thanks. I, on behalf of organizing committee, would like to offer my sincere thanks to all the luminaries and participants present here. Sincere thanks to our resource person, Professor Ratul Chandra Rajkua sir, for your valuable, inspiring, encouraging, and sensitizing talks with lots of skill for the NEET candidates. Thank you for your retired teaching life. Thank you to respected Dr. Jaishankar Hazarika sir, Principal of Durham College State School, for giving your valuable time for this event. In spite of your busy academic and administrative schedule, you are with us for supporting our future generation. Special thanks to Principal sir once again and Dr. Manoj Kumar Hazarika, Technical Coordinator of this program, for providing the technical support online platform for today's webinar. I want to offer my sincere gratitude to IQSC Coordinator Dr. Pratik Tamuli sir for making the interactive session more attractive. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to President of ZSA, Lokor sir, for giving us your permission to hold this event and attending it from the very beginning. In almost all the webinar of ZSA, I observed you always remain there from the starting to the end of this session with a valuable remark. I offer my heartfelt thanks to Professor Jugan sir, our respected General Secretary of ZSA, the most dynamic and busy secretary of our group, alumni of Department of Zoology, Durham College State School, for your continuous support and help. Actually, this webinar is possible only because of you, sir, your love and affection for the people of Assam in general and Tezpur in particular. I want to offer sincere thanks and gratitude to our OER coordinator, Professor Emraj sir, for helping me in each step of arrangement of this webinar. Sincere thanks to the principal of Tezpur Science Academy, Suranjana Madam, and Dr. Professor Gorkotoki sir, principal of Dimension Academy, for your full cooperation from the very beginning. I offer my heartfelt thanks to all the participants from different parts of our state for their awesome response to this webinar. I want to remark here that more than 1,500 students from different institutions registered for this program. I hope majority of them enjoyed the program in YouTube Live and Facebook. I, on behalf of organizing committee, wish your bright future. I want to offer my sincere thanks to our faculty members of Department of Zoology, Durham College State School, for their support, and my students, friends, Drishti and Dipjuti, they are with me for helping me in some technical aspects. With this, I want to conclude my speech, and I formally request our President sir to conclude this event. Over to President sir.
Unmute কৰি লওক sir আৰু মনোজ হাজৰিকাক এটা ডাঙৰ thanks দিব লাগে for nice মানে technical support ইমান ধুনীয়া support very clear আৰু আমাৰ কেইজনমান হেৰি আছিলে মানে আমাৰ parents আছিলে তেওঁলোক এই অৰুণ বৰুৱা মই দেখি আছো তেনেকে parents সকলকো আমি ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো sir unmute কৰি লওক লকৰ sir unmute কৰি লওক Pratik Tamuli ইমান ধুনীয়াকৈ কোঅৰ্ডিনেট কৰিছে মডাৰেট কৰিছে
really Pratik Tamuli অফাৰকে বৰ ধুনীয়া কৰিছে সাংঘাতিক
বৰ ধুনীয়া কৰিছে
IQSC really quite
বৰ ধুনীয়া
IQSC coordinator
IQSC ঠিক আছে
so I thank once again to all principal and
Sir, I request our president to formally close this.
okay then with these words I declare this webinar closed. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you. Great thank you to Ramondra.
Thank you.
Great thank you to
Thank you,
all.
sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Sir, thank you.
Namaskar. Ravindra,
Thank you,
thank
Pratik Tamuli sir and Manoj Hazarika sir. Suranjana Madam, Kolita sir.
এতিয়া ডক্টৰ
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
thank you ইমান ধুনীয়া technical support ইমান ধুনীয়া anchoring ইমান ধুনীয়া introduction বিনিতা ইমান ধুনীয়া কৰিছে thank you all are doing so well এতিয়া Boti kamli aja fan lagabu paibo.
So finally, sir,
Thank you.
my close orders.
All members of the committee. Thank you.
Right.
Very nice. As Monideep said, it is very nice. Very nice webinar. Very nice speech. President sir, বহুত বহুত
Thank you.
ধন্যবাদ আপোনাক। প্ৰায় ৰবীন্দ্ৰ ধুনীয়াকৈ বৰ সুন্দৰ ক্ৰিটিকেল ৰিমাৰ্ক দিয়ে, বৰ ভাল লাগিছে। থেংক ইউ অল। গোটেই ডেকা বন্ধুসকল ধন্যবাদ। দৰং কলেজ জিন্দাবাদ।
ধন্যবাদ sir, finally close করার পরে স্যার মিটিং খন
সায়েন্স একাডেমি,
Juven
সায়েন্স একাডেমি
hello. Juven Pete all partially কৰিছে দেই।
হয়। কলেজ স্যার কলেজ
Anyway,
আৰু
The topic complete.
সায়েন্স একাডেমি বেচাৰে পাইছো আৰু ডাইমেনশন একাডেমি আছে।
From the
Oh,
Dr.
Raspa sir.
Thank you so much.
আৰু
Raspa, Ratula,
Dada,